Question number 1. Which of the following forests is known as the lungs of the planet Earth? A. Rainforests of Northeast India. B. Taiga forest. C. Tundra forest. D. Amazon rainforest. Correct answer is option D. Amazon rainforest. The Amazon rainforest is known as the lungs of the planet Earth because it produces around 20% of the world's oxygen. The Amazon rainforest is also known as Amazonia or the Amazon forest, is a moist broadleaf forest that covers most of the Amazon basin of South America. The Amazon rainforest functions as a giant air machine that absorbs a large amount of carbon dioxide and produces oxygen. That is why it is often called the lungs of the earth. Question number 2. Which one of the following states has the ideal habitat for the Siberian crane? A. Rajasthan. B. Arunachal Pradesh. C. Odisha. D. Andhra Pradesh. Correct answer is option A. Rajasthan. The state of Rajasthan in India has an ideal habitat for the Siberian crane in Keoladeo National Park in Bharatpur, Rajasthan. The park is home to over 230 bird species, including pelicans, ducks, geese, hawks, eagles, stins, warblers, wheatears, flycatchers, and larks. Siberian cranes migrate to warmer climates from Siberia, where climate is too cold for them to survive. They traditionally migrate 5,500 kilometers south across the Russian Federation, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, and Pakistan. Question number 3. Where is the Indian Forest Research Institute located? A. New Delhi. B. Shimla. C. Bhopal. D. Dehradun. Correct answer is option D. Dehradun. The Forest Research Institute is an institute of the Indian Council of Forestry Research and Education and is a premier institution in the field of forest research in India. It is located at Dehradun in Uttarakhand and is one of the oldest institutions of its kind. The Forest Research Institute campus hosts the Indira Gandhi National Forest Academy, IGNFA, the staff college that trains officers selected for the Indian Forest Service, IFS. Question number 4. Which one of the following has been constituted under the Environment Protection Act, 1986? A. National Water Development Agency. B. Central Groundwater Authority. C. Central Groundwater Board. D. Central Water Commission. Correct answer is option B. Central Groundwater Authority. Central Groundwater Authority has been constituted under Section 3(3) of the Environment Protection Act, 1986 to regulate and control development and management of groundwater resources in the country. Purpose: the CGWA regulates and controls the development and management of groundwater resources in India. The CGWA works with state governments, local bodies, and other stakeholders to ensure sustainable groundwater management. Question number 5. Which one of the following best describes the term greenwashing? A. Making false promises of protecting the environment. B. Promoting Zoom agriculture. C. Cleaning of river water. D. Removing greenery. Correct answer is option A. Making false promises of protecting the environment. Greenwashing is a deceptive practice where a company or entity misleads the public into believing that it's doing more to protect the environment than it actually is. Greenwashing is the practice of making an unsubstantiated or misleading claim about the environmental benefit of a product, service, technology, or company practice. Greenwashing can make a company appear to be more environment-friendly than it really is. Question number 6. Ozone layer absorbing ultraviolet radiation exists in which of the atmospheric layer? A. Thermosphere. B. Mesosphere. C. Stratosphere. D. Troposphere. Correct answer is option C. Stratosphere. The ozone layer is located in the stratosphere, which is a layer of the atmosphere that sits between 15 and 30 kilometers above the Earth's surface. The ozone layer absorbs ultraviolet (UV) radiation from the sun, protecting life on Earth from its harmful effects. The ozone layer is made up of a high concentration of ozone, which is constantly being created and destroyed naturally. CFCs are the main reason for the ozone hole. Question number 7. Rajiv Gandhi Wildlife Conservation Award is given to A. Educational and research institutions. B. Forest and wildlife officers. C. Wildlife conservationists. D. All of the above. Correct answer is option D. All of the above. The Rajiv Gandhi Wildlife Conservation Award is given annually to individuals or organizations that have made significant contributions to wildlife conservation in India. 2 awards of Rs 1 lakh are given to education and research institutions, organization, forest and wildlife officers, research scholars or scientists, wildlife conservationists. What it includes: a cash prize of 100,000 rupees, a medal, and a citation. Question number 8. In India, in which one of the following types of forests is teak a dominant tree species? A. Temperature forest with grasslands. B. Tropical thorn scrub forest. C. Tropical moist deciduous forest. D. Tropical rain forest. Correct answer is option C. Tropical moist deciduous forest. Teak is a dominant tree species in India's tropical moist deciduous forests. These forests are also known as monsoon forests and are found in areas with distinct wet and dry seasons. The trees of these forests drop their leaves for about 6 to 8 weeks during the spring and early summer when sufficient moisture for the leaves is not available. Bamboos, sal, shisham, sandalwood, khadr, kusum, arjun, mulberry are some of the other commercially important species found here. Question number 9. Which one of the following regions of India has a combination of mangrove forest, evergreen forest and deciduous forest? A. North coastal Andhra Pradesh. B. Andaman and Nicobar Island. C. Southwest Bengal. D. Southern Saurashtra. Correct answer is option B. Andaman and Nicobar Island. Mangrove forest, evergreen forest and deciduous forests all are found in Andaman and Nicobar Island. According to ISFR 2021, Andaman and Nicobar covers about 616 sq km of mangrove forest. The islands are rich in biodiversity and have many types of forests, including tropical evergreen forests, moist deciduous forests, mangrove forests, and littoral forests. The Andaman and Nicobar Islands also have tropical semi-evergreen forests and tropical monsoon forests. Question number 10. Recently, there was a proposal to translocate some of the lions from their natural habitat in Gujarat to which one of the following sites? A. Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary. B. Mudumlai Wildlife Sanctuary. C. Sariska National Park. D. Corbett National Park. Correct answer is option A. Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary. The expert committee of the Ministry of Environment had given its approval in March 2017 to transfer Asian lions to Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary from Gir National Park, Gujarat. According to the committee, the conditions of Kuno Palpur Wildlife Sanctuary are suitable for another house of Asian lions. The Supreme Court ruled in favor of the translocation in 2013 to ensure the genetic stability of the species. The sanctuary has a similar ecosystem to Gujarat's Gir Forest National Park, where the lions currently live. Question number 11. Which one of the following is a biodiesel crop? A. Cotton. B. Sugarcane. C. Jatropha. D. Potato. Correct answer is option C. Jatropha. Jatropha is a flowering plant that produces seeds that are used to make oil for biodiesel. Biofuel development in India centers mainly around the cultivation and processing of Jatropha plant seeds, which are very rich in oil, 40%. Jatropha can grow in wastelands and poor soil, and it can tolerate drought. Jatropha is a fast-growing plant that can produce a large amount of oil per hectare. It can also produce seeds for up to 50 years. Question number 12. Kedarnath Wildlife Sanctuary has been established for the conservation of which animal? A. Snow leopard. B. Himalayan musk deer. C. Elephant. D. Monal. Correct answer is option B. Himalayan musk deer. Kedarnath Wildlife Sanctuary is the largest protected area in the region of the Western Himalayas. It is best known for the endangered musk deer and is thus called the Kedarnath Musk Deer Sanctuary. It is located in the Rudraprayag and Chamoli districts of Uttarakhand, established in 1972. The sanctuary lies in the upper catchment of the Alaknanda and Mandakini rivers. It is home to endangered Himalayan musk deer and to the subalpine forest and extensive alpine meadows. Question number 13. Colorless gas coming out from motor vehicle and cigarette due to incomplete combustion is A. Nitrous oxide. B. Carbon monoxide. C. Carbon dioxide. D. Methane. Correct answer is option B. Carbon monoxide. The colorless, odorless gas that comes out of a motor vehicle or cigarette due to incomplete combustion is carbon monoxide, CO. Carbon monoxide is a byproduct of combustion that occurs when carbon in fuel isn't completely burned. It's emitted by many combustion sources including motor vehicles, power plants, wildfires, incinerators, charcoal grills, gasoline-powered generators, broilers, and heating systems. Question number 14. At which place India's first butterfly park has been established? A. Bannerghatta Biological Park. B. National Zoological Park, Kolkata. C. Kaziranga National Park. D. Nanda Devi National Park. Correct answer is A. Bannerghatta Biological Park. India's first butterfly park is located in the Bannerghatta Biological Park in Bengaluru. It was founded in 1970 and declared as a national park in 1974. It was established through a collaboration between the University of Agricultural Sciences, Bangalore, the Zoo Authority of Karnataka, and the Ashoka Trust. The park was inaugurated in 2006. Question 15. Which one of the following is a bioindicator of air pollution? A. Money plant. B. Dodder. C. Fern. D. Lichen. Correct answer is option D. Lichen. Lichens are a well-known bioindicator of air pollution. Lichens are sensitive to toxins in the air because they get most of their nutrients and water from the atmosphere. Bioindicators are living organisms that respond in a specially clear way to a change in the environment. Lichens are especially good at detecting sulfur dioxide pollution, but they can also detect other toxic कंपाउंड्स एंड रेडियो एक्टिव एलिमेंट्स। ऐसे ही अपडेटेड वीडियो को देखने के लिए हमारे चैनल सक्सेस एक्सपर्ट को सब्सक्राइब करें और वीडियो को लाइक शेयर करें। धन्यवाद।